If you ever picked an idea, turn the camera on, and then your minds go blank, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you the calm workflow I follow from idea to upload, so I always know what to do next and don't burn out. Hi, I'm Alina, and I'm learning as I go, and sometimes I'm overthinking or trying to do things the right way, and I have been burned out more times than I want to admit. So now I'm actually building a simple system that helps me to finish. And it's not perfectly, but it's very consistent. And this is not a master class, it's just my real process. I still remember a day when I needed to film something very quick, and then I had the product right in front of me, my dog was right next to me, and then I turned on a camera and I just froze. I was silent in front of the camera for like 5 minutes. I didn't really know what to say, and I remember I was feeling so bad, like, why can't I just do this? What's wrong with me? And in that moment, I realized something very important. I had a system for the products coming in, but I didn't have a system for me as a creator. So today, I can show you my exact workflow would help me to stop freezing and actually start finishing. So this is a map video. I'm not going deep on every single step today, but I will simply showing you my path. And later I will do separate videos about those specific 7 parts. But today is like when you don't know what to do next, you can actually come back here. So the step number 1 is the biggest step. This where this video actually become real. Because it starts with just choosing one idea. But I don't just pick up an idea because it sounds good. I do 2 things at the same time. The thing number 1, I will simply ask, what does a viewer leave with? Will they learn something useful today? Feel calmer or more confident? Or does he know what to do next after watching my video? And I try to make it more like a one sentence, because if I can't say it simply, then the video usually becomes very messy. And I also ask myself, do I actually want to create this video? Because sometimes topic could feel a little bit too smart and it just doesn't feel like me. And then I avoid it. And avoidance is that's how I actually burn out. So I try to balance both what helps the viewer and also what feels true to me. And after that, I just make a mini plan, not a giant outline, just enough structure so I don't freeze in front of the camera. And my main question is, what is my hook? What are my 3 to 5 points? What is my proof moment? And how do I want to end it all? And I also think very visually too. Is that sofa talking head video? Do I want to be in my office at the moment? Is that desk screen recording? Do I want to sit this way or do I want to look that way on camera? Do I need like 3 to 5 B-rolls of clips? And here's what I actually noticed, that when I do all of the steps like properly, I start seeing the video before I film it. Like right now, we haven't even filmed it yet, but I already see the whole structure. Like I see the title, half title could be. I already see what the thumbnail should look like. And because my brain sees all of those passes, it stops panicking at the moment. And over time, I also realized that if I don't have a plan, then I don't get things done. But if I even have a simple plan, it means that I will actually get to my finish line and I will get the video done. So now we come to step 2, which is prep. And that's where I gather small things what can help me up later with my video. So for example, if I'm doing a product video, I want to make sure I know all of the names, I gather correct details about this product. And if it's a system video like this one, I want all of the steps in right order. And I also want one of the example being ready. So because filming already has so much pressure on you, and camera pressure is real when you turn on your camera and start filming. And if I don't prepare it, it's just extra pressure. And when I finally turn on the button and start filming, I just freeze. So if I prep just enough, it feels sturdy, and then I'm ready to film. And now we come to step 3, which is script or bullet points. And I know if I'm likely to freeze in front of the camera, when I write a script, it actually helps me out a lot. But if I just feel like flowy and it's more like head talking video, just yapping style, I most of the time use my bullet points. But either way, I always have something, because if I film with nothing, then my brain just go wanders and I ramble, and then in the end, the editing becomes way more harder. And also in some of my scripts, yes, sometimes I use AI to help me with the structure, but sometimes I don't. I remember when I just started, I was writing all of my scripts myself just to learn my voice, learn how I want to structure my videos and what system is required for me. And of course, AI can help with all of this, but it's just not required. The system is the main point. And quick note, if you're new here and you want to know what this channel is all about and what to expect, I have a start video right here, and I can also link it down below. Okay, back to this. And now we come to a step 4, which is filming. I usually film my A-roll first because this is a backbone, and then I add B-roll. It's just to support what I'm saying and not to decorate it. And if you're new, I know it's very hard because you don't need to film a lot of B-roll clips. And a simple rule I try to follow, if it's around 5-minute video, I usually add around 3 to 5 B-roll moments. And if it's a little bit over 5 minutes, then I kind of go like, if it's 10-minute video, I usually follow the same rule, which is 8 to 10 moments. And they could be very simple: hands, desk, and one clip of what you're talking about. And the main thing here is just visually help viewer to see what you're talking about in your video. And I think I'll probably do a separate video on a B-roll later because I know how easy it is to overthink it. And now we come to step 5, which is editing. And that's why all of those first steps are really matter. Because if you didn't plan, you're hunting through the footage and you try to rescue the video. But if you planned it before, editing is so calmer because you know exactly what the video is. And when I edit, my goal is not finish perfect. The simple goal is just cut dead spaces, keep the story moving, and add few simple overlays. That's where our B-roll comes in, and then you just export. And now we come to step 6, which is thumbnails. And yes, thumbnails are very, very important on YouTube. But especially if you, in the beginning of your journey, don't let thumbnails scare you. And don't let them to be a reason that you don't upload your video at all. Because when I just started, I remember my thumbnails, they will look super, super simple. It was just simply me, the product, a row, and maybe a few words. There were no perfect branding and no fancy design. And I actually use a Canva Pro right now, but you don't need a Pro if you just start. The free Canva will be plenty and will be right enough. And I will do a separate video on a simple thumbnails for the beginners later on, because I know this step can actually easily turn into overthinking process. And now we finally come to the step 7, which is packaging and uploading it. And this is where I can include everything that makes video ready to publish. We're talking about title, thumbnails, descriptions, chapters, tags, and then just ready to schedule it. And for right now, just try to keep this whole process is very simple, because I don't try to write a perfect novel in my description, and I also not trying to over optimize every tag. I just want my videos to be very clear, simple, and actually posted. I want people to understand it and actually get posted. And again, this is the benefit of having a plan, because when you do all of the steps earlier, packaging does not feel scarier, because it's like your brain already knows what this video is and where it belongs. So you're just finishing the last step. So that's my calm workflow from idea to upload. And the reason it works for me, because I always know what the next step is. I don't rely on mood, I don't rely on motivation, or is the weather good today for me to film? Because if you overthinker like me, I know the past changes everything. And if you want to see how I catch my ideas before they disappear, you can watch my Google Keep video right here. I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!